Okay, so we're together and we're sort of reviewing the day's events from the Lamborghini Huracan preview. We've got R8 Pro.
Here.
We've got Rob Dom.
Hello.
We've got DB Motors. We've got Vlad Pitt.
Hi.
Dr. M3. And Porsche Kid.
Porsche Kid.
So, what do you guys think about, let's start from the outside. We're in New York for this event, the Lower East Side. What do you think?
As we walk up to the building, of course, Salomon's.
Of course, the Salomon, exactly. Chrome scandal, right out front. Yeah, it is the car. And pretty imposing, pretty obvious. Salomon is in the house.
Hello, Salomon, I am here.
Yeah, he's here. That's awesome. So we go inside.
So actually it was cool because we were in the right place at the right time because they were starting to usher people in to have a seat for their little unveiling of showing the car, and the car's all covered up. But we were in the right place where a couple people got in front of us, so they're sitting on the end, and pretty much our whole
entire
supercars personified group, front and center.
Front row.
Here, guys, you can touch, smell, sniff the car. 2 feet away from you, it's covered up, and we're going to show you in a second.
Excellent. So they do the presentation. What are some of the highlights, would you say, from that presentation?
I'll say I love the technology. The fact that they were focusing on so much technology that, you know, these cars are already absolutely at the pinnacle of vehicles in my mind, that they're stepping up the game of making these things just minute, those minute and small features that just are icing on the cake for controlling the vehicle. I was so excited about it.
You guys are talking about the future and, you know, futuristic parts of the car, but there's also a lot of nods to the past as well, and the design, which was nice. I mean, there's pieces of every single Lambo that has existed to this point in that car. There is a vent and a door on this car, but it's not called the Aventador.
This is very true. It's called the
Huracan.
The Huracan.
Here's, I think, the official Lamborghini name that they were saying. I think it's Lamborghini Huracan.
Huracan.
Yeah. So Huracan, but affectionately called the Huracan.
Nobody's calling it.
Yeah, no.
The Mura.
Yeah.
Especially with the vents, and in the front obviously is a lot of Aventador, but the overall profile still is every bit of Gallardo, I think, if you look at it from the side.
A little bit, but what people are not going to realize looking at the pictures on the screen, and every picture on the computer you can dig up and find right now, is the pictures do not show how dimensional this car is. Yeah. I think we should save some of that twist for, you know, future. Yeah,
exactly. We'll. This is very true. We will save a little something for the future.
Well, the first thing I thought it looked like is maybe not quite as aggressive, but the Sesto Elemento. It really gives me a lot of reminders of that.
Yeah. So the one thing they didn't get to do today is start the car. So we've heard some video clips online. And it sounds like this. But we didn't hear it in person today, so that's a big question mark for us. It sounds a little bit more aggressive from the videos online, but we're just going to have to see more aggressive than, say, the LP560 or 570. First of all, this TFT for the dash is what, 12.5?
It's big, and let me touch on that.
And it's very clear.
Let me throw something in on that too, because looking at the picture that's on the screen right now, with the Lamborghini's shot of the cockpit looking straight out as if you're a driver, isn't real. It's actually if you are about 2 feet behind the driver. Because from the driver's position, looking through the wheel's bigger, and that dash is so much more dominating right in front of your face and your vision.
The part over the dash itself has a real alien kind of look to it. It's not just very bland. It is actually stylistic. It carries the hexagon theme of the car, and hopefully we'll be able to get you a really good, clear picture of this. But again, this is the stuff that you see on the actual car, and this car is 85% done. It's not the full production version.
The reverse,
all the knobs felt nice.
The reverse lever is a lever. It's a go down the road, just lever. Pulled out just like a brake.
Feature. My favorite feature is probably that it's form over function. I've driven an Aventador, I've driven a Gallardo. My favorite is the Super Trofeo Stradale, which is really the definition of form over function. So I know this thing's going to be amazing on the track.
All the great functions and everything are. I liked standing in front of it and looking at its view from the front.
Yeah.
I just think dual V's in the headlights and the way it's shaped, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
This vehicle already is an insane road monster.
Yeah.
We're also going to add some more refinement that I would take this to. Well, I wouldn't take this to a business meeting, but, you would know it's classy. It's a classy. It's not just race. It's this classy side. That,
It's good.
You almost have to see it in person before you can make any judgment visually on this car.
Yeah. This car must be seen and ideally driven in person.
I'd say it was the same with the Aventador.
So, what's the verdict? We've got a hit.
Home run, buy one.
Yeah,
Home run. Yep.
Love it.
Very good.
Oh, she's a beauty.